We're back for another video. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. We are back with another video. Today we are going to do a video I've been thinking about doing for a lot, and I've also been getting a lot of requests for it, just from friends and family and stuff. And that would be tips for beginners. So beginner tips. So let's put yourself in the shoes. Let's say you just started the gym, or you haven't even went yet, but you're planning on it, and you're like, okay, what like is some good advice someone could give me before I start my fitness journey, because there's a lot of stuff that you're gonna see and a lot of stuff that you're gonna hear like on social media and stuff, and it can get a lot, like it's a lot of information. So I'm gonna give y'all some basic tips, things that I would give personally if you ask me. So yeah, let's get into it. So tip number one is gonna be related to diet. And that is, when you first start, don't worry too much about your diet. The only real thing you kind of want to be worried about is your protein intake. So when you first start working out, all right, let's just say for base, let's say you're similar to me, you're weighing at about 130, 140, you're pretty skinny, right? Same thing for females, but yeah. The main thing you're going to want to do is put on muscle, and you're going to get that muscle just by being your newbie and getting your newbie gains. So thing I would recommend is just worry about getting in your protein, get some protein shakes, some protein bars, chicken, the basic stuff. But realistically speaking, you're going to get your newbie gains just from working out. So you don't really need to be like as locked in and focused on it as someone who's been lifting for 2 to 3, even 4 years. So that's tip number one. Again, I wouldn't really worry about it too much. Tip number two is a big one. Is don't get caught up in trying to be optimal with your workouts, and just find things that you like. So especially now in today's social media era, there is a lot of information that someone's going to be given. I mean, just go on TikTok and type in like arm workouts, and you're going to get like 1,000+ videos, millions of videos of like people like all with different opinions. One person could say, "Oh, well, your arm workout has to have barbell curls in it," and someone else's video is gonna say, "No, you gotta have cable curls." Another person is gonna say concentration curls, and over at tricep extensions, there's 1,000 different exercises, and you're gonna be bombarded with a lot of information. Like when you first walk into the gym, you're get you're gonna, sorry, I'm watching the video in the background. You're gonna be like just bombarded with information and like opinions and stuff, and it's overwhelming for someone that just got into it. So personally, what I would recommend is, yes, do your research, of course, but you really want to focus on like the basics and just finding what you like, because at the end of the day, you want to keep coming back and you want to get yourself in a rhythm. So for me, just off personal experience, when I first started going, my arm workout consisted, since we were talking about arms, very simple: dumbbell curls, barbell curls, tricep extensions, push downs. And even if you look at my exercise to this day, like my split to this day, I do those same workouts. I mean, with little variations, of course, because I've learned how to train and stuff like that. But that would be my tip for that. Tip number three is also form over weight any day. A lot of people, when you first start going to the gym, you start seeing everyone, online, and you see all these people like doing all this heavy weight. And you, as someone that's new to it, you're gonna want to lift heavy, and that's just human. We're humans. We want to lift heavy. It's an ego thing too. But some people's form are just terrible. So when you're first starting off, me personally, I would like to focus more on the form and learning how to actually perform exercise properly for the muscle. Great example, lat pull downs. You see a lot of people when they're doing their lat pull downs, you're going all the way back, and I mean even further back that I'm leaning, like like the old videos of like Arnold doing lat pull downs, but obviously that's Arnold. No diss to Arnold, but like these people are doing their lat pull downs like they're not even feeling their lats. And that's the whole point of exercise, to grow your muscle. Because realistically, your muscle doesn't really care per se about the weight that you're lifting. Your muscle cares the type of stress and the tension that you're putting it through, time under tension, all that stuff. So you want to learn how to perform exercise before you get too caught up in the weight. Learn your proper form, look online, get a gym buddy, do what you got to do. And that also leads to tip number 4, which is stop comparing yourself to everyone online and really just focus on yourself. Because, and this honestly is a tip for as long as you're in the gym and just, things in life. Because, let's just say, this is for like an advanced lifter. Let's just say you just had your first competition and you won your first bodybuilding competition, and you're like, wow, man, I look good, I look great. Then you go online, you see Chris Bumstead, Derek Lunsford, you see all these guys, and you're like, wow, I'm small. Or let's just say, back to the beginners, say you just started working out and you just hit a 135 bench PR. Like, you finally got played on each side, building up your strength. You're like, wow, I finally benched 135. I got the 45s on the side. Then you go online, you see, I don't know, you watch a Sam Sulek video and he's inclining 315 with ease. You're gonna down yourself a little bit just naturally, and that's something you don't want to get caught up in doing, because it can mess up your motivation, or it could increase your motivation, but it depends on the person. You always want to be focused on yourself than what others are doing, because at the end of the day, that's all that really matters. All right, tip number 5 is just be patient. When you first start, you're going to build muscle, especially in your first year to 2 years of lifting. You're going to get all your newbie gains, and you're going to be gaining muscle and strength almost every workout. But eventually it's going to slow down. And just because you're getting these newbie gains doesn't mean that after 1 week you're going to go from a skinny guy to David Lade. It doesn't work like that. It's going to take time. It's going to take dedication, discipline. You got to stick to it. And that's something that a lot of people, I feel like, get lost in, is that they think it's rapid. If you join the gym to lose weight, you're not going to drop 30, not even 30, 10, 15 pounds in your first 2 weeks. All that shit you see online about oh, I lost 60 pounds in 6 months. It's not really realistic, just being honest. And especially on someone will be doing a movie and they'll be like, yeah, I put on 30 pounds of muscle for this role. And of course they fail to mention the supplements that they were taking. So, and people get caught up in that thinking that is that quick. It's not. So don't even get caught up in that. Tip number 6, our last and final tip, is when you first start working out, just have a goal in mind. Know what you're there kind of to train for. So of course, build your base. Focus on just getting the basics down pat. But once you're done with that, kind of have an idea how you want to do it and what you're going for. Are you focusing on training more for bodybuilding, maybe some powerlifting, CrossFitters, or just general health? Because everyone goes to the gym for completely different reasons. Some people want to be aesthetic as ever. Some people want to be as strong as ever. Some people just want to get a really strong bench press. Some people just want to be able to do more pull-ups than everyone else. Have a set goal that you kind of want to attain, and go off of that and then see where you're at, But that's going to be the end of today's video. We're going to switch over to now the motivational quote of the week. So let me go ahead and get that. All right, so y'all know what time it is. It is, of course, the motivational quote of the week. And this one actually comes from the world famous bodybuilder, the greatest of all time, Arnold Schwarzenegger. This quote reads, "What we face may look insurmountable, but what I learned is that we are always stronger than we know." And of course, this comes from the great Arnold. And the reason I like this quote is because I doubt myself a lot, and I am always like self-critiquing myself and questioning myself. And I think, it's a relatable thing. I think we all do it as humans, even like the most confident people deep down, question yourself. And it shows that like we all go through it, but realistically, we always are normally stronger than we think we are. A lot of us don't give ourselves the credit that we deserve for the things that we do. And it's something that, like, even myself, I've worked on, but it's just inherently there. And I've struggled with it, and I've gotten better at it, questioning myself, but realistically, it's something that isn't going to be going away anytime soon. So it's nice to see like someone like Arnold, having the same thing, and then finishing it off with that we are always stronger than we know, because we are more capable than we give ourselves credit for. I think just as humans, as people. So that's why I chose this quote. Thank you guys for watching. Of course, drop a like, hit subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video.